Good morning. Welcome to Rick Helps Real Estate's live stream where we go over the numbers every morning at 8:30, except on Fridays. Friday at 3 o'clock, I meet with my lender and we recap the week. And man, was it a wet weekend or what? I posted this on my Instagram account last night. Phoenix gets 7 inches of rain a year. Last year it happened on Tuesday. That wasn't an actual picture from this weekend, but that is a real picture. And it just didn't stop this weekend. It was refreshing and always challenging when you're out showing homes because, which I was doing this weekend, because the lockbox is typically put, by the faucet outside. And when you bend over to, unlock it, get the key out, houses in Phoenix don't have gutters, so all that rain's running off the roof and it's just hitting your back. I got to learn to take an umbrella with me, so it was pretty brutal. Stay tuned this week. On Thursday, I'm interviewing the owner of Red Hog Media, and we're going to talk about the importance of photography, probably because I keep seeing this kind of nonsense, and how to get your house ready for a photographer. Check this out. There's the front of the house, and it's on a corner. There's a pool and a handicap bar to get in the pool. There's a lamp, a chandelier. It has a dishwasher, and they're moving. There's a part of a family room and part of a dining room. So don't do that. So we're going to talk about the importance of photography. And then next week, I'm actually interviewing a title company. And while that may sound boring, we're going to talk about what you can expect in closing costs, what kind of options that you have with your title company, and what else they do, and what kind of things have they run into that kill deals. They've got stories. So it's not going to be boring. So I have had 635 live streams. Can you believe that? I looked at my numbers this morning. That's amazing. And thank you all for watching. So what are the numbers, for crying out loud? 6,796 listings today. We hit 7,000 on Saturday. First time since 5th of December of 2020. Interesting number this morning, though, on the 7-day moving average, 3,968 homes came on the market, with 3,744 going under contract, only a difference of 224. That slid down a little bit, and it looks like this. And it's interesting that, listings are creeping up. Sales dipped just a hair here. They kind of came up a little bit. This has the weekend in it. So listings actually, while they came to a new peak on Saturday, the 7-day moving average shows a slight decline. And that's something to watch. Are we about to enter into a yo-yo real estate market where listings start going up and then they come back down? The buyers are staying home and then they go back out. And Terry, my Polaroid okay? Yeah, give it a shot, Terry. I'll put you on the show if you do that. We had 1,660 price reductions. Now, I was out showing homes this weekend, and we ran into a few homes where they're just way overpriced. I only saw one open house over the weekend, and we went there, and it was a great open house. The guy had these, it may look like you're entering a movie premiere. He had the little red ropes, and that open house was packed. There were just people coming and going, and the house was $595,000. Been on the market 2 days. He already had 6 offers. We had just left a house that was equally as beautiful, and I had furniture envy when I was in that house. They were great decorators. I loved the place. And they didn't have any offers yet. And they were within 2 miles of each other. And then we saw some that were just, pathetic. And you go, well, now I know why it's been on the market for 2.5 weeks. YouTube subscriber family that we went out with, they had a 6-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son who was just, his job was to open up every cabinet door in every kitchen. He was convinced he was going to find something cool in there. I always like to give the little kids a job to do when we're out looking at homes, just to kind of keep their attention for a little bit. And then the daughter, her job was to open the door and let us out. So I just pretend we can't get out unless you do your job. So, and then I fired her at the end of the day. So what are we seeing on sales per month? We're starting to see a little dip here, and this is from the Cromford report. So this is sales per month. And what they said down here, I kind of wanted to double check it because the Cromford Market Index is a future predictor of where the market is going to go. So let's see if we were able to pick up on this sales dip, because they said here, currently demand appears to be stable and still above normal, but nowhere near as impressive as it was during the second half of 2020. If demand had stayed as strong as last year, I would have little doubt that supply would not be rising as it is now. So, but they said down here, let's see, I'm trying to find out where it is here. Oh, although the monthly sales rate has only declined for the last 5 weeks, our Cromford Demand Index has been anticipating this since the end of the quarter. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, here's their demand index. I pulled it up here. Now, the end of the last quarter is right here, which is March 21st. So with their demand index coming down, this is a proprietary number. I have no idea how they calculate it, nor will they tell us. But you can see that here in March, they were telling us that this is an indication that sales are going to start slowing. And we go back and look and see in March, if we go back to March right here, they were actually increasing. But the CMI was giving us a warning signal that it's about to decrease. And lo and behold, here we go. We're going down. So that's a very important number to keep our eye on. And that is if this starts to turn. Now, if it starts turning going up, we're going to see it in a few months. So it doesn't mean that sales are slipping and going down fast. As you can see here, this is where the inventory is. It's lagging a little bit. It shows 6,300. So it's kind of tracking the week. We did get up to 7,000 on Saturday, and we're back down to 6,700 now. But listings are still going up. And I'm wondering if that little dip we're seeing is somehow COVID related with the resurgence of the Delta strain. So I don't know. There's something going on this week slowing us down a little bit more. But if we look at closings above list price, it's still brisk out there, folks. So we're not looking at that going away quickly. I'm thinking October, maybe September. It'll start slowing down. We're at 58% of homes going over list. That was running about 62%. Ain't going to make a difference. And it's showing here that the home prices between 300 and 400,000 are running an average of $18,000 above the asking price. And just 3 weeks ago, that was 20,000. Again, that's not a significant bump. Between 400 and 500,000, they're running $19,100 above asking price. So it's that doesn't mean that you can't get your house that you want for the asking price. We saw a few this weekend. I'm convinced we could get for the asking price if we want to. One, we're considering even writing a lower offer. So there are opportunities. You just have to keep going. But I can tell you that going into that open house that we saw where there were 1 million people coming in and out, they already had 5 offers. They're probably going to end up with 10 by the time they review them today. So, and one of the main drivers is look at interest rates. They're 2.87 today. They were 2.88 on Friday. So nobody thought we'd be that low on interest rates. So they are coming down. And then you look at it historically. Here's when I bought my first home. 17%. Mine was only 12 3/4. So I was, what do they call it? Stepping in high cotton. So these gray marks here are recessions. And you're seeing our recession here there in March of last year. They said only lasted 2 months. But rates are historically continuing to go down. So we really can't tell you if they're going to go up. There's all kinds of chatter going on about rates that it's going to be very hard for rates to go up because the market is just not going to support it. And it's possible, mathematically possible, that we'll see rates in the ones. Don't know. Just based on what I'm reading and what I'm seeing, I'm saying that that is a possibility. I'm not predicting it, but it's there. It could happen. If the feds decide that they're going to start tapering off on mortgage-backed securities and treasury purchases, right now MBS is running about $40 billion a month. That will change things. We'll see things move up. But are they able to do that? Because they're worried about it. Because now you got another global slowdown starting to happen, and that's going to freak a few people out. So if they start pulling back, then we're in trouble. And so they're going to have those meetings this week, and I don't think you're going to glean a lot from their meetings. For the best deal, U.S. homebuyers should consider waiting several months. Okay, for the best deal? Maybe. Now, they're talking national here, but then they go on and they make a few indications that there are some regional, different markets, different outlooks. There was a comment down here, opportunity amid the frenzy. They're kind of stating the obvious. Ultimately, buyers should act when they find the home for themselves and their lifestyles. If you are flexible, keep your eyes open and keep looking. The right time for you is when you find a home you like, Ms. Hale said, and that way, when trends shift, you're ready. So basically, they're just saying that based on the inventory that we're seeing, you're probably okay waiting. We're going to see some of this frenzy slow down. It's looking like it's going to slow down. It looks like November could be normal. So there's an article there saying, you may want to wait. Prices will be higher, obviously, because people are still bidding, like I saw yesterday. So they're going to drive the prices up. But that could change. But if you still have a slightly higher price, or maybe $10,000 higher on the house that you want, but now you're not doing a knockdown drag out with other buyers by November or December, then maybe that's the time to wait. And the other thing too is December is always a slow time for selling a home. That's a great time to go out and buy a home. In fact, Christmas week is a fabulous time to go buy a home because there aren't many people shopping on Christmas week. There's a lot of looky-loos that are out, aunts and uncles are visiting in Phoenix, so let's go to an open house. But if you're actively shopping, chances are Christmas week, you're not going to have much competition. And then you'll get to close in January when everybody else is shopping and looking to get a house. So I had a house in Fountain Hills. I listed it on Christmas Eve, and I sold it on New Year's Eve. And everybody's going, oh, you'll never sell it. It's Christmas. That didn't work out quite that way. So we have let's see, our guest speaker is coming on Thursday. Don't forget to miss that with Red Hog Media. We'll go over some more photography tips and, most importantly, what the steps you need to take to get ready for when the photographer shows up and comes into your home. Have a great Monday. I will see you folks tomorrow. Take care.